All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Backseat podcast. And as the title says, Mondays for the boys. It's just me and Henry this week. What's happening, dude?
What's up, my boy Adam? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Hey, you know what? We had a great show last week. Oh, the stream keeps going crazy on me.
Oh no.
We had a great stream last week. I want to thank Seth and Kyle for popping on with us. That was, I think, one of my favorite episodes we've ever done so far.
Yep, my favorite to date. That and the ladies episode. Both were excellent and very fun.
Absolutely. See, having great guests goes a long way, and they were great guests. And of course, ladies are great guests. So thank you guys so much. And thank you all for tuning in today.
Yeah.
This is going to be kind of fly by the seat of our pants show. Don't have a lot planned out, but we've got a lot to talk about. And I think the first one is our group chat about concerts that we've been constantly bombarded by, which I love, by the way.
Yes. Andrew has been on point ever since the the new resurgence of concerts have been coming back to Texas. So he's been on his toes basically every single day, keeping his eye on new concerts, making sure that, you know, we're up to date about that stuff.
Right. And a lot of these are bands I've never heard of. I'll be honest. I don't remember which one he asked me about. It was like Midi S or something like that. Do you know who that is?
Midas, yeah.
Midas? Oh, there we go.
EDM. EDM.
Oh, it's EDM.
Yeah. It's more like it's more consumer friendly EDM in the sense that like it's not niche. It's like it's easy listening for anybody, if that makes sense.
I gotcha. No, that wouldn't make sense. Never mind. But the other one that was really cool he posted to me was Dropkick Murphys and Rancid down in Grand Prairie. That would be an awesome show. I would be so stoked to go to that show.
That would be kind of fun. I don't know. When is it again? Sorry.
Wednesday, September 29th.
At least it's not like in the middle of December or November like how some of the other ones are going to be.
Well, those ones are indoors, to be fair.
Even still, like the first concert that I went to with Andrew was the one that I went to Rodrigo y Gabriela, the Spanish guitarist people. That was indoors, but it was still cold outside. It's like you're inside. It's nice and warm because there's a lot of people moving around, lots of energy. You go outside and you're like, oh crap.
I've had that too. I went to see AC/DC on, I think it was like early 2009. I think it was like January 2009. I was in 6th grade. My dad took me up to Little Rock, man. It was like 20 degrees outside and we're walking a mile into the venue. But once you get in there, it's nice. And then, you know, once you get out, especially at an AC/DC concert, you're completely off balance from all the loudness and the cannons and the fire. Oh, that was a great show. But I didn't notice the cold coming out. Yeah. But I'm just happy the concerts that I want to go to aren't in August.
Yeah.
Especially here. Because I've been to multiple concerts in August, and that sucks. It's really bad.
Real quick, Andrew, how much are the tickets? Because you said that they're weirdly expensive for the Murphys.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. Because I don't remember exactly what he posted in the chat, how much they would be. Actually, I could just look it up, but I don't expect them to be too expensive because I know that they're a relatively known band, but like I don't know how frequently people would actually go out of their way to see them.
Yeah. I would expect them to be fairly expensive. Maybe sorry. I used to actually not be a fan of Rancid, and that's a story for another day. But general admission, $70-$80 down in Grand Prairie. I mean, that sounds about right to me. For example, I think the Alkaline Trio show that I want to go to, they're touring with Bad Religion, two of my favorite bands, punk rock royalty. Tickets are like $35 for Gen Ed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. That's perfect, honestly.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
It's kind of weird. It's at Gas Monkey Bar and Grill now. Have you ever been out there?
No. Is that in Grapevine?
It's in Dallas.
In Dallas, okay.
Yeah, it's North Dallas. You know where the Papacitos is down there?
No. I don't really go into Dallas much.
I don't either. I just know where Papacitos is because my parents love that place.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's right down near there. I've been to a show there before. Just some small band. I think their name was like Cowboy Mouth or something. They weren't that good, but I'm very interested now. It's weird because Regan knows that place. Regan knows Gas Monkey Bar and Grill. It's an outdoor venue and it's small and it's like built on a dock. off of a little pond.
Really?
It's actually kind of cool. But to see those two like fairly decent sized popularity bands at a place like that, I think that might be a really good show.
I can imagine having everyone there too. Like it would, besides just the music itself, it would just be a good time to have everyone there as well.
Well, that's what we were planning back in April when they were supposed to come through. April 2020, we were supposed to go to that show.
That's when everything started to close down, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And they cut that off in November and they just canceled it. I was kind of upset, man. It was the day before my birthday and everybody was coming out and that was going to be my birthday celebration. I was like, oh, I get to see two of my favorite bands. And then they canceled it. I still tell that story today. It really makes me angry sometimes. But they did the right thing, and now they're coming back. They were true to their word, and I'm excited to see them. Ivy and I are definitely going. I think Andrew's going with us, and I would like to get some other people going too. I won't judge you if you say no.
That would be something that I might potentially go to. I know our music tastes don't clash often, but just to be able to go and say hi to everyone, especially considering that we don't see you often. So
yeah,
that reason alone is good enough.
Well, how often you say you got to go to a punk show? Like that's a milestone in your life, Henry. Like, yeah, I got to go to this punk show. It was awesome, man. Somebody dove off the dock into the water. It was so fun.
Listen, my equivalent of a punk show will be when we go to see Vardruna. I don't know if you're going to that one or not. I know that was more of a niche concert.
I don't even know who that is.
Andrew, at some point you're gonna have to show him Vardruna, man. That is a basically, to put it into simple words, think like old Norse Viking-esque type aesthetic, like super like goat horns, the skin drums and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Music that fits that like aura, that aesthetic. Yeah, they're great.
Oh, okay. That does sound cool. Ivy would totally be into that. So I might get dragged along for that if we decide to go. The other one is Jeff Rosenstock live at Trees in October. That would be a fun time.
Who is that?
Jeff Rosenstock. I know you don't. It's or no, he's down in December 12th. He'll be down there.
Oh, it's so cold. No.
I know, but like the inside, you're going to be sweaty and we're going to be moshing and we're going to be doing some awesome stuff during that whole time.
Fair enough.
And then we're going to walk outside and instantly cool down or get a cold. I don't know.
Yeah,
probably get a cold.
For the Vardruna, the way Andrew puts it is that it makes you want to do shrooms, build a longship, and smash things with an axe.
Oh, okay.
Yep. The equivalent.
That sounds pretty cool.
Is a lot of fun just watching them. If you watch a video of them on YouTube Live, they're great. Jeff Rosenstock, however, also I have never been in a mosh pit. When we go to see Tech 9, I hope that he mosh pits.
I'm sure he will.
Hope to God that he does, because there is he hasn't done it in a while, but the Juggalo, the painting of the Juggalos and everything, and the gathering of the Juggalos, he hasn't done that in forever. But man, that's gonna be fun if he ends up doing that.
That's ICP stuff, right? Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the Juggalos. I forgot about that, man. I haven't thought about them in years. Mosh pits are cool if you can handle yourself. Don't be that guy that goes and punches somebody in the face, you know.
Well, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be that kind of guy unless I get punched in the face, in which case I'm throwing hands.
Well, yeah, that's self-defense at that point.
Yes.
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't, but it's more scary being on the immediate outside vicinity of a mosh pit. That's the more scary part. You either want to be in it or far away from it, at least in my experience.
I would be the type of person to be inside it. The ruffian within me hasn't gotten to be able to like let loose in a while. I need to be able to throw hands at someone and not get in trouble for it.
Yeah, I can understand that. When I saw Alkaline Trio, I was in the front row on the rail, right in front of my favorite musician of all time. Not to brag, I got a set list, but there was a mosh pit going on right behind me. There was this like 3-song stretch where it was just the fastest, hardest songs they've done right in the middle of the set. And man, that rail, I got pushed up against that rail real hard more than a few times. Then some girl came up and went, "She's having an asthma attack or a panic attack. We get her out of here," to the security guards in front of me. And they're like, I'm not jumping in there.
Yeah, no. And once you have a crowd of people letting loose and just going buck wild, you're like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't understand why they put no moshing signs at venues, because it's gonna happen.
It's preventative. It's like you're setting
Right,
a rule.
it's liability, right?
Yeah, it's like that way you can't be held liable for it if it ends up happening. Because like the venue itself isn't responsible for what the artist does, but the artist can cause something in the venue, and unless it's specifically stated that, like, you can't do this, they can probably be held liable.
Yeah, it's true. I never think about liability. That's like the answer to a lot of questions I have.
Yeah, that was one of the things that in, like, I think the third episode, Crispy, Dink, and I were talking about the fact that, like, if you give any amount of advice, financial or whatever, on the internet, you have to be like, I'm not a financial blah blah blah. It's like you have to go into a whole spiel saying, I'm not responsible for what you do, even though, like,
Yeah,
that's pretty common sense.
Yeah, it is. Just for full transparency's sake, don't give advice if you're not an advisor or anything. That's just a recipe for disaster.
I don't know if you should. I feel like you should have the right to be able to say what you want. It's up to the person to be able to determine whether or not that's valid, like, advice or not. Because, like,
that's also true.
You go to, like, a homeless person on the street and tell me, ask him to be like, how did you get your success? And he'll tell you some weird story that led him to be on the street or something. And, like, you can listen to the guy. You're more than welcome to, but, probably not gonna like the outcome. Just gonna say.
Yeah, probably not.
Andrew found the price for the tickets, by the way. It's looking like
$50.
Yeah, $50 for Dropkick and Rancid right now.
Hey, that's actually really good. That's a really good crap, man.
It's a little steep for me. I wish.
I've got this, and now the Steam Summer Sale is on.
Rip wallet. Rip wallet.
You know what? I haven't found anything on the Steam Summer Sale to buy.
Don't you have a wish list?
That usually happens to me. I do, but they're games that are coming out. Let me pull it up right now. I mean, one of them is definitely Party Animals. You remember that game?
Yep. No, I remember that one.
Like, that, it's just not out yet.
No, Andrew, no. Oh, Payday 2. Yeah, Payday 2 is $1. Yeah, like, Regan.
Payday 2 I've never played Payday 2.
It's fun. I'll say that much, especially if you watch the Russian Badger videos that he recently did over it. Like, he makes you want to play it.
Okay, I will definitely check that out.
It right now.
Oh my god. Blood Bowl 2 is $4, which I might pick up.
There's
a football game called Sunday Rivals that's down to $12.99 or $12. I may do that. And then I know you all talked about this. I forget his name. The last one you did when I wasn't here. Henry.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
What was our guest name from like 2-3 weeks ago when I wasn't here?
Are you talking about the Mr. Brown guy, Faraz?
Yes, Faraz.
Yes.
I didn't want to say it wrong. It sound terrible.
No, you could.
Y'all were talking about Knockout City.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. The dodgeball game. Yeah. Is that one on sale right now too?
Yeah, it's $5 off, but
that's honestly worth it. That's worth it. It's worth it at 20. It's worth it at 20.
Have you been playing it at all?
No. I don't have it. I'm pretty consistent in my games, and currently I'm still on that Insurgency binge right now.
Oh, that's right, you are.
Yeah, still on.
We tried to play. Speaking of games we've been playing, Sea of Thieves has been a very fun time recently. It's had a bit of a revival in our group.
Yes,
we played it a lot like a year ago.
Only for the day, though. Only for that one day.
We played it twice since then. We've played it twice in the last like week and a half, which was nice.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say one thing, little to no spoilers, because I know some people may or may not have done it yet. But the new Pirates of the Caribbean stuff for the thing. By the way, Zach, I'm not gonna say it because I'm supposed to hold my. I know I'm supposed to hold my tongue a little bit more because I unfortunately have a sailor's tongue. But Zach, salty boy, not a fan of that. Yelling at me for going too fast, even though the initial part of it's the same aesthetic for, like, if you were to actually take your time, it's 2 minutes of the same aesthetic, 3 minutes of the same aesthetic. Of course, I'm just gonna bum rush it. And the fact that he got angry at us for taking care of the puzzles, you're not letting me do the puzzles. Well, get good, son. Move faster. What are you yelling at me for?
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was still a fun time regardless. Mine is trying to find that key that we had dug up initially.
Oh yeah,
We dug it up.
we we
First 10 minutes we were in there.
you and I literally spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out where the hell that was supposed to be dug up, but it was already dug up.
It legit made me nauseous trying to find that thing because we were spinning around and looking down. And you had to do the thing, and I about threw up. I got motion sick from that.
Oh yeah, no,
I hate digging that game, to be fair. But the new Pirates of the Caribbean thing is we've played one chapter.
Yeah,
we've only played the one, just so everybody knows. It's actually pretty decent. I enjoy it.
I like the narrative stuff that they do at the end with the new pirate crew stuff that they were doing. Again, I haven't gone. I know you know a little bit more than I do from what comes after, because you gave us a little bit of a foreboding warning about it.
Yeah, and it came down to people are awful, and so for people who don't know how it works, the first chapter of the Pirates of the Caribbean is instanced, right? So you're separated from everybody else, and you're taken to your own space to play that chapter. The second one is not, and apparently people have been camping out at the checkpoints, just griefing, and that kind of scares me. So I just, that's the only problem with Sea of Thieves for me is I really don't like the other people in it.
That's probably like the opposite opinion that I have. Like the PvP and the other people in it are the most fun because like it brings tension. You don't know what someone else is gonna do. Like if you're in a crew with your friends and you're messing around, like somebody screwing with you isn't that a big deal because you know them. But like the moment some other person jumps on your ship and you're like, oh, they took it a banjo, but are they really being friendly? And then you just hear and then you hear an explosion in the background. You're like, all right, let's go. It's go time.
See, that just stresses me out.
Nah,
you know, like
nah.
My least favorite part about it is when we spend like 2 hours doing like 4 quests and we go to turn everything in. Like one of the last times we played, there was just a dude on the island just taking our stuff. He took the most valuable thing.
He managed to get one of our chests.
And he was all uppity that he got one. We're like, dude, you only got one. And then, you know, we murked you, but whatever.
He had a very bad attitude too, considering.
Yeah. I wish there was a way not to play single player. Because there is, but like not be away from everybody because the PvP stuff is still literally part of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish there was a thing you could put up that says, hey, don't mess with me. I won't mess with you.
I mean, that's the equivalent of the friend flag.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like putting the flag for friendship on. One, gives people the opportunity to make an alliance with you. And then 2, it just shows that like, hey, I don't really have an intention of fighting. But in some cases, depending on the person, it puts a bigger target on your back. Like if you're fighting me on the seas and I see that, I'm probably gonna make you regret putting that up.
Have you seen? It's got 1 million views, so I think you may have seen it. But the Sea of Thieves flag stereotypes video.
No, hilariously enough, Andrew is the one that keeps bringing it up every time that we play the game. I haven't seen it though.
Which makes sense because why he puts the Bill Draft flag up because it's I will sink you.
Yeah.
And I will do it quickly.
At least the stereotype.
And that's why we get picked on so much. I finally figured it out.
We fly the right flag, boys. Just every time.
It's funny on the Nut Shack Discord. Ivy's brother joined last week, and one of the first things he said was, "Where was it? Was it in dumb stuff? No, let it be known if I come across any of you Sea Scum and Sea of Thieves, I will end you."
Oh, you know, I responded
Thank you
to
for
that.
accepting that challenge. I know you did.
No, I responded
Thank
to
that.
For... It's like challenge accepted, you scrub. Let's see what. Yeah. Put your money where your mouth is.
I would like to see him try. But Sea of Thieves has been fun lately. I've had fun with that. I need to get back on Insurgency, but we've also been playing a lot of Mordau, which I enjoy a lot.
I wish it wasn't a dead game. It would be, trust me, at the point that we're all at now in terms of like skill level, ganging an IRL person rather than a bot, so much more fun.
So can you not get a match in there anymore?
It depends on the time of day and the day of the week. Most of the time there's like 4 or 5 people playing at most, like on each team. So you're gonna have like 4v4 or something like that, which isn't really fun if one of the people that you're playing against is really, really good, because then they just trash you every time that you run at them, and it's just not fun. But if you have like, I'll see occasionally 12v12, 14v14 or something, and that ends up being a lot of fun because you have a lot of people covering you. You can run up behind someone and just dunk them real hard. You're like, ah. And like, I'll say like when it's a lot of people in the match, I usually go pretty positive. Like I'll go like 3-4 KD or something like that. But when it's like a small server where like there's one dedicated like good guy in the server, I just get trashed and I leave. I'm like, it's not fun.
Yeah, it's weird how quickly it kind of died off when Chivalry 2 came out. And Chivalry is what spawned Mordau, right?
Chivalry spawned, no, actually I'm pretty sure Mountain Blade spawned Chivalry. Because Mountain Blade I think came up before them. But in either regard, Mordau was inspired by Chivalry. Mordau had been dying for some time at that point, and then Chivalry 2 basically put a nail in the coffin for them.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Well, that sucks.
Andrew's excitement for Mountain Blade exactly points out it. Yep.
They're having a big sale on Steam too.
Yeah,
Mordau has been a lot of fun. I finally am starting to get good at it. Anybody who's seen me play, I did 2 streams on Twitch. And then of course you guys. I'm bad at video games. I'm not good. I'm not good.
I wouldn't say that. You have your moments.
I've gotten better, but I'm still not good. I still get trashed.
You learn to accelerate in the game. It's exciting because you're doing something that's like, normally most people wouldn't pick up on it. Most people don't pick up on it. It's just swing sword. But if you turn the mouse, you hit faster.
Right, and that's thank you for the props for that, by the way. I deserve that completely. But like even when we're playing Sea of Thieves, the reason I stray away from PvP battles is because I'm not good at the combat. So that's just practice. I need to get better. I understand that.
Yeah.
But man, I'm not gonna go into Sea of Thieves on my own. I've tried that once.
That's how I got to Pirate Legend. I just solo sloop for weeks. It was fun because I dunked on a lot of people that tried to mess with me. But then it's also like, I don't have anybody to mess around with and be fun with.
I'll have to get on sometime this week.
Yeah.
So we can finish off that Pirates of the Caribbean story for sure, which great way to bring people back into the game for sure.
Yes, very much. I agree.
Yeah, but I've still been on my sports games.
Yep.
Sorry.
Get first of all, Blood Bowl. It's $4. You even said it yourself.
I know.
$4.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
The sale doesn't last forever. It will be.
I know. I also got to pay rent this week. That's the big thing.
Nah, Blood Bowl is more important.
I got to pay rent bills this week. I've got to pay about like Thursday, so I got to get it like chill with the money for a little bit. Then I get paid that Thursday too, so I'm pretty much in the clear.
Payday, always a good day. Payday.
Oh, always. Oh, I love it. And then about 2 days later, you see half your paycheck go to everything else, and you're like, well, poor again.
Yep. Usually how that goes.
Gas is not helping. Gas prices are not helping. I've just been putting $20 every week in my tank. That's all I need.
I would say, I'd say get a more efficient car, but then I'm like, that's even more money than $20 a week.
Right. My car's pretty efficient. I mean, it's 17 years old, but it still works and still runs pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
going to drive it till the wheels fall off.
I mean, that's basically how it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew yelling about the government stealing his money.
They steal mine too. They gave a lot of it back during tax season, though. I was pretty happy about that.
I have been having the worst time, by the way, with that. I need to file my taxes still. I filed for an extension, so I am fine there. But the problem is, one of the companies that I worked for last year doesn't exist anymore. They don't exist. And I can't get the paperwork needed to do my taxes from them because I don't have any more contact information from them, and I don't have any emails from them. And so I tried contacting old coworkers, and none of them have any contact information either. So I don't know who the hell I need to reach out to in order to get that paper paperwork done. They keep Andrew.
Don't you hate being an adult?
They gave Andrew $8 back.
Whoa!
Which means that they charged mostly correctly on taxes.
They charged very incorrectly on mine. I'll send you a number. Don't say it out loud. In fact, I might have already sent this to you.
Potentially.
Well, yeah, don't say it out loud. I missed a zero in there.
That's about the same amount that I usually get back from my taxes as well. And I'm like, you SOB. Freaking government stealing all my money.
Dude, I was able to pay off my entire school bill.
Really?
Like using that. I paid it all off, like, to the school. Of course, I'm still gonna have student loans, but
yeah.
I owe nothing more to DeVry University. They got real nice after that. They got real nice towards me after that.
They're like, hey, you don't owe us any more money. We're chill now.
Yeah. What classes you want to take? I'm like, okay, now you're asking me.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, keep paying us, Yeah, more money. That way we can be
now the government's paying them, so I'm good. I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I had a really bad experience with my final projects this session.
Hey, you were gonna tell me that? Yes. Apparently,
yeah.
hammer involved.
There was a hammer involved. If anybody doesn't know how most online colleges work, usually they do 8-week courses, and it counts as an entire class. You do like 2 of them per 8 weeks, and then you do another for another 8 weeks, and that makes your semester, so you're full time. So every 8 weeks, I get a new class. Every 8th week, I do final projects. And usually it's like, take all the projects we've done every week, put it into a PowerPoint, and send it off. But there's this one that you have to do last and just put it in there and you're good. Well, I don't have the circuits out anymore because they got disassembled real quick. But I had this part of my final project where I had to control a DC motor and put a fan on it to show the speed and the speed and the direction of it. As soon as I plugged that in and held it up so it would start working, one of the wires snapped off. So there's an 1/8 of my project just gone immediately. And now I could have passed this class with an A had I gotten a 0 on that final, so I was pretty okay with it.
Fair, yeah.
But I ripped the other one off. I set it on my desk. I emailed my professor. I said, hey man, my motor broke. Don't have time to get one on Amazon. So what you see is what you get. Fired that off, finished the PowerPoint, fired that off, shut everything down. I'm like, okay, I'm on a break week. I don't have classes for another week. So I'm just going to chill. And I took that little motor and I went and found my hammer and I took it out to my back patio and I smacked the hell out of it. I flattened that sucker. And I was talking to myself while I did it. So I'm sure everybody around me is like, he's shooting something or beating something.
That man's losing his mind.
Yeah, and I did. Ivy was out of the house, thank goodness, because she would have just gotten mad at me.
Didn't
she usually gets mad when I hit things with the hammer.
Didn't she get mad at you after the fact, though, is what you told me?
Yeah. It's because I told her. Shouldn't have told her.
You shouldn't have told her. That's on you, man.
I sent her a picture of the wire detached from the thing and said, I'm going to cry. And then, half an hour later, I sent her a picture of the hammer and the flattened motor and said, that felt really good.
Of course she's going to.
It did feel really good.
Oh, no, yeah, of course. It's like going into one of those destruction rooms and just beating everything. You're like,
yeah. I've always wanted to do that.
Same.
Like that and axe throwing, I want to do really bad.
I did axe throwing at the Scarborough Fair. Makes you feel like an idiot. I'm not gonna lie. If you're not coordinated,
why is that?
If you're not coordinated, it makes you feel like a buffoon because it just goes. Boop. It just hits the wall. That's it.
There's a place up here in Denton I saw on TikTok that I'd be interested to try. So instead of having like the painted targets, they just put a big chunk of wood out there and then they have a projector.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually, I think, nicer in my opinion. Because you don't have to spend time painting.
Oh yeah, and you don't have to spend money on more wood as frequently.
Yeah, you just buy like whatever discounted plywood or something you can buy at like Home Depot or
Which
Lowe's.
is hard to get these days.
Is it really?
Yeah, lumber is expensive right now.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Just supply chain, man. Supply chain's all messed up with shortages and stuff. Everything from wood to chicken to plastic. You can't. I mean, it's hard to get.
I heard about the chicken because of the chicken shortage and everything. I didn't realize it extended. Well, I guess it makes sense, and I really should have been able to piece that together. But like, yeah, fair enough. I didn't realize it was that bad.
Like at work, we're having trouble getting product to sell, and we're having trouble. Like, okay, I got to reiterate this for everybody who doesn't know. I work in a vape shop. I'm an assistant manager there, so I'm involved in ordering stuff, mainly nicotine. Whoa! Oh yeah, you saw that too. Yeah, $97 for a piece of plywood.
I mean, yeah. Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, people's estimated cost for building a house has gone up like 100,000.
Ooh.
And that's just from over the counter at work. I hear this all the time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, like with the shortages, we're having trouble getting nicotine.
Well,
which shouldn't be that hard to get.
Well, that's a hurrah and a thing, in my opinion. But like,
no, I understand.
Yeah, but like lumber and steel in particular is like really, but.
Yeah, I mean, people's houses, like we've got a customer who's building a new house. He said his went up $100,000 just because it's the wood's so expensive because there's not much of it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and Ivy's parents just bought a huge plot of land too. Yeah, there she just said it.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna have to live in a tiny home for a little while out on their land.
That's unfortunate.
You ever seen a tiny home?
I have. Yes, I've been in one.
You ever see those and you're like, I couldn't live here?
A lot of the houses in Cuba are like that. Very small square foot. Yeah, small square footage. The one that my may she rest in peace, my late grandma lived in is like the equivalent of like a small studio apartment that's two stories. Like it's imagine studio apartment here in the US. Well, and then same square footage, but it's now two stories.
Right.
So you have a really like inclined stairwell, which is dangerous for old people, mind you. And then the upper rooms are really tiny, and the living room and the kitchen and everything else are really tiny. So
it's kind of like you take my place and you cut it in half.
Oh, yeah, basically yes. And also, I didn't realize it was that tiny. 37 by 16.
Yeah, I couldn't live in those. I mean, people like sell everything to live in those. I'm like, hell no.
Nope. Well,
I've got too much stuff.
Well, okay. I can see that for like a minimalist lifestyle where, you know, you don't have a lot to live off of because you choose not to. But for the average everyday person, there's no way somebody there's no way somebody could do that for a long period of time.
Right. I agree.
They would like to go back to normalcy at some point.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What's that? What happened?
Like a large hotel room.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But Ivy's helping design it, so that's pretty cool.
Hey, yeah. Which, by the way, portfolio. She's got one. Go visit it. She does all of our artwork.
Yeah. If you're in our
Adam?
I apologize. My bad.
Adam?
I clicked on the wrong thing. Can you hear Ivy cat? My bad. Do you hear her?
No.
Sorry.
I can't hear her.
You can't hear me? Are you good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't hear her. So.
Okay. She thought that was the funniest thing. If you're in our Backseat Discord, it's in Friends of the Show. What? Oh, God.
Yep.
I clicked on the exact wrong thing.
The one button you shouldn't click, you clicked.
I clicked it.
And you clicked.
Yeah.
Yep.
My bad.
Yep. Hold on, let me see if I can...
If you are a member of our Discord, the Backseat Podcast Discord, it's under the dashboard and Friends of the Show.
Ta-da.
And then, here we go, Henry.
Yep.
Look at that.
Ignore all the D&D stuff.
Large hotel rooms.
Ignore all the D&D stuff. But here's all the branding and everything for Ivy. She does a lot of interior work, house designing, and on top of everything else that she does all of our artwork for the show. So.
Yeah, she's created all this. It's kind of insane. She worked so hard on it. So thank you. We're not doing that, Andrew. No chat. That's a bad chat.
He posted it in the Discord too.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah,
Oh no.
in the discussion channel.
Crap. Okay.
No, but yeah. I can't. Okay. I'd heard of it through Tim Pool, if you know who that is.
Yeah, kind of. I've heard. I'm familiar. Yeah.
The name might be familiar for a lot of people. Bad chat.
Bad chat.
Bad chat. I heard through Tim Pool that the pricing of everything was going up a little bit, and I watch him on and off for news occasionally, and he, because I'm not gonna go politics with it, but just like to like quote something that he was saying recently regarding the just all that jazz. Like,
Yeah.
you know what the Great Reset and everything is?
Mm-hmm.
Basically that. I think like generally that's what's happening. Like,
Okay.
anyone who doesn't have anything really, like speaking generally in life, is like if you don't have a lot in life, you're gonna have even less and be happier with having that. And then the people who have more are gonna have more, and it's just not gonna change their life.
Bad chat. Bad chat.
I like that one. Rod's out for the round table.
I like that one too. Actually, that's pretty good.
It's so dumb. It's not even clever. It's not clever, but it's just like, fair enough. I like it.
I like it too. All right, good chat. Never mind. I'm sorry, chat. Sorry I called you bad.
Yep. Oh, which regarding news and stuff, I've been trying to talk to Andrew that we can get everything done, set up for a secondary show for the podcast. More news.
I thought I was forgetting something. I forgot to mention that at the beginning.
No, it was something that I wasn't sure if I was gonna say or not yet, because it's like it's tech. I'm an idiot. I agreed to Andrew on. I agreed to Andrew to do Wednesdays first, so that Wednesday evenings would be the dedicated news day for us on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had my D&D session with Zach, other lad,
Crispy,
and I go. And I didn't speak up because I'd forgotten about it because we hadn't done it yet. That our sessions are now on Wednesday, which I now need to juggle. Well, I think I'm gonna need to move the sessions from Wednesday to another day, because I think Wednesdays works best for the news day anyway.
Right, yeah. You kind of get the midweek thing.
Yep. I'm a buffoon. I failed to know this.
Well, that happens to the best of us. But that'll be a good show, because that is stuff I tend to stray away from, as everybody has noticed and called me out for. I am very unconfrontational. Leave me alone.
I am the one that will speak up. However often I can. I have opinions that I want to share that no one cares about. And rightfully so, you shouldn't. I'm a nobody.
I think it's interesting to see all the different points of view, though, and I think the show will be good. And like I said, another show on our channel is not going to hurt anything. I think it'll actually help.
Well, I'm mostly encouraging it on his behalf, because it's like he talks a lot about world history stuff.
Yeah,
world history, world news stuff that's currently ongoing, but we just don't hear about it. Like, let me see if I can pull up the conversation that I had with him regarding this, because there is a couple of things that just like I didn't know it was a thing until we were talking about it. Like the fact that, did you know on Friday a building collapsed in Miami?
Yes, I did know about that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Wouldn't have known about it unless he told me about it, like the day that it happened. And then on top of that, we had a whole discussion about the fact that, like, where is it?
Yeah, I heard about that. My boss called me into his office. I thought I was in trouble, and he goes, "Come look at this video." And then I thought it was going to be a funny video. It was not a funny video.
No, it was not.
It was terrifying.
Yeah, watching it happen, especially from the point of view that I saw, like some dude just recording it on their phone, just watching the building, just knowing that there are people inside. You're like, okay,
yeah,
that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, I agree. It was. I've gone from, and I think this is just part of me maturing over the past like 3 years, and this is where I put out my general apology to anybody who knew me in high school and part of college. I've gone from just being a huge D-bag about things like, those stupid people, they shouldn't have been there anyways, to I genuinely feel bad for them, and I wish I could do something to help them.
Lo and behold, cancel culture doesn't work because people change.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, like,
but Lord, man, that video, I watched it a few times. It was just awful to watch.
Yep, going back and watching that kind of stuff is not fun. Like,
I just got called a huge D-bag. Thanks, chat. What does baka mean? I don't know that.
I think it means
Is
idiot.
that just like
I think it means it's okay. I think it means idiot in Japanese, but to my knowledge, the way that Americans use it, okay, stupid. There you go. It means stupid.
Gotcha.
The way Americans use it is like a cutesy kind of like. I'm not even gonna try to iterate how it sounds.
Please
it's just
don't.
like, yeah, it's just like, oh, baka, and you're like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
I'm okay with being called stupid. I'm all right with that.
Yeah. Like, see, I didn't know there was a war going on in Tigray. That kind of stuff is something that I'm gonna be learning about when we do the new stuff.
Every once in a while, I drop a bomb that Mark Hoppus from Blink-182 got diagnosed with cancer a few months ago and just announced it.
No, I was gonna say no one cares, but it's like, people care. It's like
I care a little bit.
I know you care.
That sucks.
I know you care. I'm sorry. That's why
it's okay.
That's why I held my tongue.
It's okay. I wouldn't have been offended anyways. But like it, yeah. Mark Hoppus has cancer, and that's scary, man.
Cancer is a no joke thing, depending on what type of cancer it is. Some are the equivalent of a joke in terms of medical prowess, but then others are not. Others are not.
Yeah, but he's been doing chemo for like 3 months, so it's got to be pretty serious. Also, he hasn't said, and I'm cool with that. It's not our business. Just leave him alone. Let him get holding a guitar pick. I just hope everything gets better, because even though I say I've grown out of Blink-182, still a great band. I still really like what they put out. I just hope we get more.
Yeah, I don't share the same sentiment, but I know. I'll express the sentiment with you because I know it means a lot to you.
Well, it's crazy because I used to be a big fan of the former guitar player for Blink, Tom DeLonge, the guy who went to search for aliens and actually found aliens. And he left the band in like 2014, 2015. And they brought in Matt Skiba, who from Alkaline Trio. That's how I found Alkaline Trio. So that's why Blink still holds a pretty special place in my heart.
Because
it introduced me to my favorite band of all time.
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah, man, it's
like not too similar, but it's like when actually no, it's not even relevant at all. Never mind.
It's all right.
I was gonna be like, it's like this band, but the band brought in someone who's just a nobody, so it's like I can't even relate it to that.
I kind of like when bands do that. It's kind of cool. But there aren't many bands who go out and like replace a key member and still make it.
The only exception to this rule that I think was a valid one, mind you, they get a lot of flack and people crap on them a lot, and I don't understand why. But Nickelback originally had a vocalist, which is usually the front face of your show and everything. Like they replaced their vocalist like halfway through their band, through their career, and that's the dude who sings the Photograph meme one. And in my opinion, they improved from there. I don't know why they get a lot of crap. Honestly, I don't understand the memes. I just like
it's just a meme. They get a lot of undeserved crap. I get that. But the other exception in this rule, I think there's two. One, AC/DC. Bon Scott was the lead singer. If you go back and listen to like the High Voltage, Dirty Deeds, Power Age, and Highway to Hell records, different singer from Back in Black, For Those About to Rock, and forward.
And
they got even bigger.
Wait,
after getting a new singer.
Wait. Throw me an example in the Discord of the two different ones, because like I don't think I've seen or heard the other one. Because I know the one that does like the Back in Black, Thunderstruck, all that, because that's like the most that's the iconic voice of AC/DC. At least to me it is.
Right, but it used to be a guy named Bon Scott. He was the singer for the first like 7, 8 years of the band, and he died in 1980 from alcohol poisoning.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It's the guy that sings Highway to Hell. But those are the two voices. After that, they got Brian Johnson, who you've heard of Back in Black and Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
And now here we are. Also, he was replaced for a little while due to hearing loss by Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses.
That one I know about.
That one is good.
That one I know.
I wasn't a huge fan of not Guns N' Roses, but Axl Rose. I wasn't a fan of his for a long time until that. He came in and did a great job. But I did send it to you, so that way you have a. Do you want me to send you another one?
Yeah. Give me another example. Also, welcome, Guy Gaming. Hello. Welcome to the idiocy that is our show.
Oh, that bell was really loud in my ears.
Ooh.
I'm sending you 2 songs with the name Hell in it.
Ooh, okay, fair enough. Is one of them relevant to what we were just discussing, or is it just?
No, one's the first singer and the one's the next singer.
Ah, okay, okay, so completely relevant.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was sending you. But I've seen, like I said, I've seen AC/DC, and they were fantastic. It really, really sucks that like my favorite guitarist from that band, one who I looked up to growing, like playing all the time, he's since passed. He passed away a few years ago. But man, you listen to some of those rhythm tracks or just the rhythm section of that band, they are locked in, and it's so good. It's always so good.
Aren't you tributing them in your EP? No. Surprising.
No. It was hard, especially with the EP. I'm doing more solo acoustic stuff, not really any drums. That would be hard to play an AC/DC song, I think, just solo acoustic.
You could probably find the backtrack somewhere on YouTube.
I could. I just. I don't.
Or talk to Tate, like we said before.
I need to talk to Tate. Eventually, yes, I need to talk to Tate.
Just talk to Tate.
Also, I'm not that good of a guitar player. I'm going to be modest with it, but I am not that good of a guitar player to do that. Or to play anything like that.
When I can afford it, at some point, we need to do a saxophone, handpan, guitar fusion. At some point. I don't know what the hell that... Yeah.
What is a handpan?
You don't know
what that is.
Yes, I get to talk about the handpan. I get to talk about handpans. Okay. Handpan is an instrument that I believe originated in Switzerland. I'm gonna double check this because.
Oh, is this steel drum kind of looking thing?
Basically, yeah. Do you know what a RAV drum is?
Yes.
Basically that, except instead of using sticks, instead of being stick, it's hand for the percussion.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a struck instrument that has a cymbal in the middle, which is your central note, and then depending on the number of notes around it, one gives you more notes to play, obviously, and then two, depending on the type of metal used to produce the pan itself and how big it is, you'll get key changes based on the size of the rings, different resonances. So you have your Turkish drums, you have your Celtic drums, which produce Celtic, Arabian type sounds and Celtic type sounds, respectively. So you have a wide variety from a very simple, relatively new instrument as well. I think they were invented like not even like a decade or two ago. Let me double check because I don't want to get it wrong.
Okay.
The camera right now. I don't have it right now.
The only like musical talent I have comes from these two things and then kind of my voice. So well, yeah, it is the UFO drum.
Yeah, it is the UFO drum. It is exactly that. Ooh, Swing's coming back. Are you
like swing like big band?
Oh, that's right. You weren't part of that group. Swing as in swing dance. We used to go to.
Please don't tell me y'all went swing dancing.
Yeah. No. We haven't yet. Wait. don't tell us as in like you suck for that, or I want to join you. Don't tell me that you have without me, kind of thing.
Neither. I'm kind of indifferent, but I've got a story about swing dancing.
Fair enough. Well, we used to go swing dancing as a group over at the Sons of Herman Hall every Wednesday. That was a lot of fun. But unfortunately, COVID killed it. COVID killed it. Not a good time.
My first band in high school.
Oh no. Oh no. It's a high school story.
Right. Like I said, I'm sorry for anybody who knew me in high school, but when I was in this band in high school, our second guitar player kept flaking on practice. We would practice at his house, so there was no reason why he shouldn't be there, but we'd show up and start playing. We're like, where's Chandler? And
how do you flake to a band practice that's held at your own house?
For swing dancing. He wasn't even with a girl. That's the only way I could see that happening.
No, yeah, it's fun even without the chicks. It's fun to dance. It's just fun to dance on your own.
No, yeah, I agree. But like, we were at his house, and he flaked from a practice at his house, and just because he wanted to go swing dancing instead, and he wasn't even like with a girl or anything. That's like, that would have been like, all right, cool, we'll just head out. But no, we just stayed in and blew the roof off his friggin' house. God.
How? It doesn't make sense to me. It's at your own house. It's at your own house.
I don't know. My old bandmates are weird. One of them got arrested for selling LSD out in North Carolina.
Nice.
The other one is now a reformed, born-again Christian, and he's married and has a kid. Good for him. Hi, Preston. How you doing? And then there's me. I'm here. Hi.
We're here. I don't know what to think about this, but I'm here.
Exactly. I quit that band because everybody's egos got too big, and then like I was playing golf and I was getting really serious with it, so I just said I can't do this with you guys anymore. And then man, they went downhill quick.
You know, that's one of the big tropes is like all the people who are like artsy fartsy type people in the high school that you're just like, oh, you're too big for your britches, you're too pompous, you know, tone yourself down a little bit. They usually have a grander fall, typically. It's just something that happens.
Yes, Andrew, the egos in my high school band got too big. We won our high school's Battle of the Bands. Then we went and played a national Battle of the Bands at House of Blues in Dallas. We won that. We got second place in the country. And then everybody started being dumb. And here we are.
I mean,
I haven't played live in 8 years.
In the defense of hearing that, just I don't know how important those competitions would be, but just hearing the credential for that, that's pretty impressive in and of itself. I don't know if it actually is or not. I don't.
It was for me.
Yeah.
I'll have to find the videos. That we'll get a good laugh out of those. I still get a good laugh out of me playing. Because like, if you've ever seen the Red Hot Chili Peppers play live, like Flea was my dude. Because I played bass in the band. I played this thing.
Yeah.
So like, I would kind of go a little crazy on stage, and I'd let out a bunch of energy. And try to make it fun for everybody.
Is it true that the bass guitar players usually have like longer fingers?
Sure. I don't know. Not really.
Okay.
Ivy says yes.
Okay. The reason I ask is because when I was younger, my piano instructor and basically everyone that played piano told me that like people who play bass and people who play piano usually have like longer fingers. Don't know why. Just a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of true, and I mean, in that case, there'd be no women bass players, and there's a ton of them. But I get the point.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah,
you can.
I mean, I don't have overly large hands, do I? Are you gonna give me a complex about my hands now?
I'm not trying to. I play piano, so I don't want a complex either about this. I don't want to overthink this. I was just asking because it's something that I heard.
No, jokes aside, usually it's true. Bass players do have bigger hands. That's kind of where they gravitate toward. I started playing bass because nobody played bass in high school and middle school.
It's not the cool instrument.
Right, that was my best chance of getting into a band. And it worked.
Yeah.
Man, I did a lot of learning really quick with that crap. They're like, play an E. I'm like, is that a 0 on the tab? They're like, dude, come on.
You know nothing. Learn something.
No, and I did. I learned a lot.
Mind
I've
you,
had fun with it lately.
mind you, reading music is not easy. It is not
No.
easy, especially the treble clef. So much easier to read than the bass clef. I hate it.
I played tuba in middle school. Did you know that?
No, no, you don't strike me as a tuba player either.
Imagine 5'2", 120-pound me playing tuba in a middle school band. It's pretty great.
Oh
I hated it.
I need a picture of this. I need a picture.
I'm sure I have one somewhere. My parents definitely have one somewhere. I could find it fairly easily.
That is great.
Yeah, I quit 7th grade because my band director was just insane, which he was probably right. I didn't put in the work for it, but I didn't love what I was doing, so.
Andrew roasting you.
I know. He knows I played tuba too. We've had this conversation more than a few times. He said the same thing back then too, so it's fine.
So it must be true then.
It is. It's very true.
Man.
But yeah, reading music sucked. I hated it a lot.
It gets easier when you pick up on it, and then if you can do like what Kyle did last week, or he didn't do it physically, but like the fact that you can do it, like just by ear hear notes and be able to play them, that's even better in my opinion.
Right. I can kind of do that. I think it has more to do in my case with like, all right, I know how these bands write songs and what chords they're mainly using. I can figure it out. But he's on a whole nother level. After last week, I have so much respect for him that I look back at last week's podcast and like, man, I really was talking out of my butt for most of that. And he called me out for it. And I was like, yeah, that was well deserved. Yep.
I don't think he called you out on it. I think he was just giving you little bits and pieces of information.
Yeah. Well, my point was I was really talking out of my butt for some of last week, but
fair enough.
Man, playing music, there is so much more that goes into it than just being good at your instrument.
Oh yeah.
Like music theory.
Yeah. Well, that's if you're choosing to write. If you're the performer rather than the producer of it, it's fully just skill and how well you play. Because it doesn't matter if you can write music if you're not the one producing it. Like you can be part of a symphonic orchestra for the US or whatever, but it doesn't matter as long as you play your instrument well.
Yeah, that's true. I saw that. I saw that too.
Yep. Andrew, very good at his instrument. Joke's also on you, though. Your instrument is too expensive to play outside of the realm of high school, unless you were really into it.
Wait, euphoniums cost more than a car?
Yeah. Professional level euphonium. Yes, they're hugely expensive. Hugely expensive. That's why I'm glad I played the saxophone. I can buy one off of Amazon for like $500 and cheap.
Really?
It won't sound very.
Holy crap!
It won't sound very good, but they're super cheap.
Man, I remember one of my old band director in middle school got on some girl for using a plastic reed in her clarinet, which I thought was funny. And then I found out she was just allergic to the wood, and then he really got on her, and she quit that day.
Oh, he's okay. I'm gonna hold my tongue just because I'm supposed to. But what a dick!
In the car.
What a dick!
Yeah, no, yeah, that's why I quit.
Yeah, nah, to hell
I told
with
him
that.
I was Audi 500.
Yeah, to hell with that. That's like, why are you gonna give someone crap for being allergic to something and then like finding a way around it? Mind you, dude, in the presence of like a high school band, something that changes the tone of the section as a whole does impact like performance. So in that capacity, I can understand him. But also, it's like it's high school band. Like
it was middle school band too.
It was middle school band. Like chill, dude. Like why? Why are you on someone's ass about that?
I will never figure it out.
Yeah,
I will never figure it out.
Big for your
used to hold us.
Big for your britches, band director. Like calm yourself, man.
Yeah,
take a chill pill. Get reality checked a little bit.
That was moving on from that was the best decision I've ever made, because I saw a high school band because I went to Marcus and they won a lot of state titles.
Nope,
it was kind of crazy.
That one I'm not going to condone.
Oh yeah,
solely for the
Yeah,
conversation.
don't keep that one on there.
Nope. But
Good job.
um,
Is there anything else you want to talk about today, man? Is there anything we missed?
4th of July for next week.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're all going to be in the same place.
There are several amounts of props that I want to give beforehand because of the amount of effort and work that goes into it. Andrew is preparing some roasted pork shoulder, pulled pork shoulder. He's preparing some pulled pork shoulder, first time smoking, which I am very much looking forward to. He's very much a connoisseur of meats, so we're gonna have, because like last year we did what the hell was the sausage that we did? We did brats. There was a Polish sausage that I don't remember the name of. Kielbasa. That was what it's called. We did kielbasa. We did a third time smoking. Oh, you because you did the meatloaf. You did the meatloafs, yeah. So there's a lot of extra stuff that he's going to do with that. On top of just the fact that, having a place to host it and everything. So a thank you to the people hosting it. I won't, to his parents in particular.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, and the grilled pineapple, which you told me that you'd be working on it. I don't know if you're actually going to, but there's a grilled pineapple recipe that I will share in the Discord for anybody that wants to try it after we try it, because it was really good. He put the pineapples on the grill for a little bit, threw some spices on there, like actual heat spice.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. It was really good.
Wait, did we have that last year?
We did, yeah. You were there for that.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He's innovating on it again.
Good. I can't wait. Seriously, Andrew makes he's a master at grilling and just working with meat in general. It's
he's also, he's cheating though. He's taking class. He's
you know what?
He's leveling himself up without actually going through the toil.
More power to him at this point. Good for him.
Yeah, no, it's very much it shows in the quality of the food. It is good. It is very good.
Oh yeah. So yeah, big thank you to Andrew and his family for hosting us. Ivy and I will be there.
Yay.
Yeah. Yay.
Which means
we might Uber this year over there, which will be a good time because we can Uber back.
Yeah, because that way you can actually let loose a little bit, unlike last time.
Yeah. Yeah, remember last time I was like, I'm just trying to pace myself. I'm driving. You go drink a lot now. Let it wear off and then go.
Exactly. That is how it worked. Yeah.
Man, we had some good bourbon last year though. I need to think of something to bring this year. I don't know what I'm gonna bring besides my hot bod. I've had that joke for a week.
You son of a bitch. You sexy son bitch.
Maybe cigars. I can try to bring some bourbon.
Ooh, you're right.
Could do bourbon.
I refuse to let this go by. I have been trying to get you a present for your birthday for literally a year and a half now. 2 years. No, 2 years now. Yes, I'm trying to make you homemade cinnamon whiskey.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna reveal it because at this point I'm having a hard time figuring out how to do it. I know the basics. I'm just trying to figure out how it works. That way it'll be something that I can give you.
Well, that's really nice of you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I've been putting a lot of effort into it, and I fucking hate that I can't get it right.
Actually sounds really good.
So yeah, we might have cigars and other things. Who knows? We'll see. I'm just looking forward to the drunken fireworks that we do every year.
What did we do last year that was so hilarious?
Zach and I nearly killed each other with the mortars.
Oh, with the bottle rockets too. Y'all were throwing bottle rockets at each other.
It was not the bottle rockets. It was the mortars, like the ones that you plant on the ground and they go like 200 feet in the air.
Oh, right. Oh my God.
Zach
I forgot about
tipped it over and almost killed everyone.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah. He literally had to face dive with like half a second, 3/4 of a second left before it shot off into the air. So
we were also throwing smoke bombs at the golfers, not at the golfers, but where the ball lands so they could find it.
Yep. Oh yeah, and we stupidly with the leftover hot dogs that no one was eating, we blew them up with the little pop rocket ones.
can't wait. It's gonna be a great time.
It's gonna be a good time.
Thankfully, we're gonna have everybody there since COVID's over, and I think 99% of us are completely vaccinated. I am excited.
It'll be a very good time.
And it'll be a great show the next day too.
It will, yeah, because we're gonna come right from that to that. It'll be fresh on the mind. Yep.
Provided we get up in time.
Exactly.
For me, that might be a bit of a stretch. But yeah, well, it's been a great show, Henry. Is there anything we need to plug or anything we missed today?
I will. My bad.
I said I know you're working on clips.
Yes.
Those will be up sporadically throughout the next few weeks. Right?
Yes. There's a couple pieces missing from it, but they're all done mostly. For anyone watching on Twitch, YouTube, wherever you may find the clip of this show, if we're just a little plea, because this is something that we take a lot of pride in and we have a lot of fun doing it. If there's anybody that you want watching this that you think would enjoy it, give them a little share. We're trying to produce a better product every time that we do this. It's just a matter of trying to figure out what everyone wants to hear, what everyone wants to see, guests and everything. We want to get as many people on here as that you're interested in seeing as possible. So recurring guests are a thing. Currently, it's just friends, and we have a great time with friends, obviously. But we want to make sure that everyone has a good time with it. So if there's somebody you particularly want to see, just let us know. We have Instagram and Twitter for that very purpose. We don't. Neither of us are very active on social media, so it's not something that we do often.
But it's something we will eventually do often.
Hopefully. I have potentially someone that can take over that role if we can afford to pay them in the future. But for now, it's mostly just hey, if you have any recommendations for what you want the show to look like, for what you want the show to be, who you want on it, more than happy to kind of take advice from the individuals that watch us, especially the first few people that are here supporting and showing us, seeing us every single week. It means a lot to us. So that's my only little bit. Just check out the YouTubes when you can. We're basically the same on every platform. Backseat PC.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I have anything else, but just keep an eye up on the YouTube. And again, thank you, everybody. Next week will be 10 weeks.
Yes.
I didn't think it would last 10 weeks.
4th of July is the end, 10th episode.
Right. So we'll have to do a good one for that. And, thank you everybody who's been following us and watching us both on YouTube and Twitch and soon to be TikTok or Instagram or something. Just big thank you to everybody. We're trying. We really are.
That's a lot of work.
I know. And we're trying to split it up. But
4th of July props.
I might. I might. That's actually a good idea.
I'll wear my sports tank top from.
I might need to go to Buc-ee's and get a 4th of July Buc-ee's button down or something.
I'll wear my dad cap or something.
Yeah, put a bucket hat on and sunglasses.
Have a little hat or a little
chew
flag.
on a cigar the whole time.
Be a good time.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place here on the Backseat Podcast Twitch channel and on youtube.com/ YouTube Backseat PC? That's our YouTube channel, right?
Yep.
Backseat PC and on the Clips channel. That'll be connected to it.
YouTube's Backseat Podcast. Everything else is Backseat PC. Yep.
I need to write these down.
Yeah. They were in our DMs.
I know.
They're in our DMs.
I'm sorry. We've got so many.
We do.
Yeah. We'll see you next week. Same time here on Twitch and in the future on YouTube. Thank you again, Ivy, for doing all of the graphics and for tolerating my crap. Henry, is there anybody else you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Check out the Brown Guy. Check out Mr. H Music on Twitch. Both of them excellent people. Very different schedules in terms of when they do. Very different in terms of what they stream. The Brown Guy does all the JRPGs. Very interested in the rhythm games and all that stuff. Check out our episode on him. And then check out our episode. Probably both of our favorite episode at this point for the just cumulative group effort. The last episode we did. His stream is phenomenal, honestly. Just go watch some of the Twitch clips that he has. It is fantastic. Just the amount of like his skill with the piano, it's just great. It's wonderful.
And it's super chill too. I went back and watched one. I enjoyed it a lot. So thank you to those guys. Thank you to all of you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
All right.